Hello and welcome. So we're not supposed to be here today. However, we got a little bit of time. I had a sick kid and I also had some stuff for work, but we're here. We're going to get it in because over the long weekend, it wasn't going to happen. So welcome. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about the Canadian fires. We're going to go over NIFC, and so how you can get some information from that, and then we'll go over some Q&A if you guys have any. So today's gonna be kind of quick. My son's taking a nap, so we got to go when he wakes up. So let's go ahead and get on into it. So I want to just start off with NIFC just because I already have it pulled up. So I had someone asking me, how do you get that information? So once you go onto the actual like nifc.gov, you can go over to this fire information. You'll go down to National Fire News and just click on that, and that will populate all of the current fires that are going on in the country. Currently, we are at a national preparedness level 2. If you don't know what the national preparedness levels are, you can just click on this link and it'll give you that chart up to 5 and like what each of them mean. So currently, we are at a 2, and that was as of May 8th. Also, so this will only update on Fridays, and I believe once it goes up to like a national preparedness level 3 or 4, they do it every single day, I believe. So it just, once it starts ramping up and there's just so many fires going on, then they're going to start, they'll update it daily. So this was 19 May, so we're not going to go too in depth with it. It goes over all the weather that's going on around the country, how many acres have burned so far, so as of like 1 January, and how many wildfires there have been. So that kind of just gives you a brief overview of like a big picture idea of like what's going on. And then, so as we all know, Canada has kind of just been going off, which is great. But also, so I know a lot of you, I put a post up on Instagram. So if you don't follow me over on Instagram, go ahead and do that. But I put a post over there of, do you have your passport? Are you going to go get one? And a lot of people, it was a 50-50, like, I'm ready to rock and roll. And that's the situation you want to be in. You always want to be prepared and ready. And then a lot of you are like, I'm going today. So to go get your passport. So you never know what's going to go on in the country or out of the country. And so you kind of want to be as prepared as possible. I don't know if any of you had gone to the Australian fires. There was a couple of years ago. I don't think it was last year. Maybe it was. You guys can let me know in the chat. But I know a lot of people actually got to go to Australia and fight some fires, which would be amazing. So always be prepared, always be ready to rock and roll and go. So get your passports. That's what that means. But since the Canadian fires, like, I don't know how it is for you, but Colorado was smoked in for a while, and we're finally clearing up a little bit. So that's nice. But the air quality has been awful for the past few days because of the Canadian fires. So, yes, let me know actually down in the comments or in the chat how it is for you guys now, if it's cleared out, if you're still kind of lingering around. I heard that it was supposed to be going more eastward towards like Illinois and stuff like that. So let me know how things are going. But in here on the NIFC site, it does talk about the Canadian fires a little bit. So, and how many people have been like sent that way. I saw also on Instagram, I think it was Hotshot Brewery, I think, something like that. They posted that they were like, there was like 6 or 7 hotshot crews staying in one hotel, and they're like, what could go wrong? So that would have been a party and a great time, I'm sure. Hopefully no damage was done in that hotel. So hot shots are crazy. So anyways, also, I actually want to talk a little bit about hot shots. So I did have a question the other day of, is it policy for hot shots to blouse or have like high water pants? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? The high waters. So I actually I reached out and asked them because I was like, I think it's personal preference. I don't think there's any policy that states that whatsoever. And they did say, the hot shot did say that he was a previous hot shot, that it is preference, but you will catch some heat if you go a little bit too short. He's like, you can't deny that it is pretty badass, but Okay, but you can't go too short. So I think at the top of the boot is what he said. So, just so you guys know, like there isn't a policy, but that's why they do it. It's because all the brush that they're going through, and it's just kind of extra material on their pants, so they're just trying to like mitigate that. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, just wanted to throw that little tidbit out there. Um, and let's see. So after going through the NIFC, if there's anything else on the NIFC site that you guys have questions about, let me know. But you can go through down here and you'll see this monthly seasonal outlook. I love clicking on this and seeing for the month of June, this is what the outlook is. However, when I click on this link it has not been working for a while. So, once they actually like get a working link, you can actually go in there and see what's predicted for June, July, August. They usually do 3 months out, I believe. So we can take a look at that. I would just go back through and just kind of continually check on that. I have not checked out this briefing podcast, but let me know if you guys have and what you think of it. And then, of course, it goes down through the weather. This was updated 18 May, so this is old, so we're not going to go through that. But this is the daily statistics. This is like the quick recap of like all that's going on. So this is the asterisk highlights the new fires that are identified. So as of the 18th of May, or sorry, no, that was the national preparedness level. I apologize. This is one. Let's go back. Do I have my dates wrong? Did I? No, 19 May. I apologize. So the 8th of May was for the national preparedness. I apologize. And then 19 May, this is when this is updated. Okay. So as of 19 May, there's the one states currently reporting large fires. So again, this is old, but 6 active. And then you can actually click on these links to go to the specific state and it'll list out the specific fires. So this one would have 2 fires. This one would have 2. North Carolina, 1. New Mexico, 1. Okay. So you guys get the gist. Acres from active fires, that's how many is burned, how many fires have been contained, and then the year-to-date statistics. So that goes all the way through all the years. And then once you go down, it will take you step by step through all the fires. So Florida, this is the 2, how many acres, all that jazz. So it just gives you all the information that you could ever want about each of those fires. So that is a little bit of the NIFC site, at least for the national fire news portion of it. There's so many other resources in here. I would just get on this website and start clicking around, and you're going to see a ton of other information in there. So it's a great website. I really, really enjoy it. I'm not out and about, and so this is kind of where I get all my information typically from. If you guys don't know, the National Wildland Firefighter Day was established last year, I believe, maybe the year before. I think it was last year. Correct me if I'm wrong. But so yeah, National Wildland Firefighter Day is established July 2nd, 2022. So, haha, I was right. I just have to keep reading. So, so July 2nd. And I know it's a big day because I know the Firefighter National Day is May 4th, I believe. May 5th. Let me know in the comments. So yeah, we get our own day, which is awesome. So July 2nd. Wanted to run through that with you real quick. The SIT report you can also pull from NIFC, and that gives you more detailed information. If you guys want to go through that one day, we totally can. Typically through the summer, since I'm not out and about, I'll go live at least once a week, maybe once every couple of weeks, and we go through all of the big fires that are going on and all of the fire news and all that jazz. So if that's something you guys are interested in, I'm sure I will do that in the future. So we'll go through the sit rep. So I'm not going to go through it today. But I do want to go through, I saw another article today on fire shelters. So let me pull this up real quick. If you guys have any comments or questions, please leave them. I'll get to the comments or the questions after this article. So fire shelters, I thought that this was really interesting. As you guys know, it does mention the Yarnell, how many of those actually deployed their shelters and how many actually passed away. All of them, except for the one who he didn't deploy his shelter. He was somewhere else. And then Storm King. And so this video is really interesting to watch. I would highly recommend watching that. It is basically about a guy, one of the guys who passed away on the Storm King fire. I think he was 23. His older brother started creating fire shelters because his younger brother passed away on a fire. And so that he made it his life mission to make fire shelters for firefighters that are actually, going to save lives. And yes, it's actually really interesting because when you watch this, I did not realize that there's two prototypes. The U.S. Forest Service, they created their own, and then this guy, I'm sorry, I can't remember his name. He created one, and guess which one they went with? They went with the U.S. Forest Service one, and it goes through in this whole video of like the degrees that the material starts to break down, and it is staggering that the U.S. Forest Service one does not even come close to comparing to this other guy's who he created. It's his life mission. His brother passed away. He has like done all this testing and all this stuff. So it's actually really, really interesting. I would highly recommend watching it. I think it's 6 minutes long. So I found it to be quite interesting. I know it's time for an upgrade. I have always said that, I haven't always said, but I feel that, and I feel like a lot of people feel that the fire world, the wildland firefighting world is in desperate need of a technology upgrade. And I feel like we're making our way towards it. I have had a couple people send me articles of, I think it was Lockheed Martin is I'm hoping they were intending to really start investing heavily in firefighting technologies. So, that's talking about drones, all from all levels, all the way up of from ground to air assets, communications, the analysis of fire, all the data, all the weather stuff like that. So that's really exciting. We definitely need an upgrade. And actually, I did get interviewed in a podcast, and I did not broadcast this. I didn't broadcast it very much. So I will link it down in the description for you guys, but I did get interviewed for a podcast. Interestingly, the name of the podcast was People More Interesting Than Me, which I don't feel like I'm more interesting than anyone, but he wanted to talk to me because I put videos out on YouTube about wildland firefighting. So he just wanted to talk to a wildland firefighter. So I'm very honored that he picked me because there's tons of people who are amazing in this career field. But maybe I was just like the loudest voice because I put so many videos out. But anyways, I will link that so you guys can check that out. But I do talk to him about, he's like, it's kind of like you guys are in the Stone Age. Like your technology is like you are digging line with shovels. Like that's crazy. And so we talked to him a little bit about that, but I do think we are in desperate need. And I think a lot of people are actually, the fire world is starting to get more, at least the wildland firefighting world is starting to get more on board with that. I actually didn't know that there's a thing called burn bots, which is really cool. It's like these little robots that go through and do help with prescribed burns. And so I think, and there's people who use drones and all this different technology that's starting to come out. And I think that is amazing. I feel like if you are someone who has a little bit of background on either IT, on analytical work, maybe have used satellites, have some, if you're in the military, maybe have some like ISR asset experience. I really feel like coming in the future, you're going to be able to use those experiences, that background in the wildland firefighting world. So do know a couple people have reached out and said, hey, I have this experience. I'm not really sure what I can do with it. Maybe it's not anything that's too prevalent right now, but I really feel like that's going to be coming down the pipeline. You're going to find some really good paying jobs because I feel like a lot of people are going to start, people want answers and people want, the acreage that these wildland fires are getting really intense. They're really hot. And, a lot of the policies people in government are like, we cannot have this. It costs way too much money. So I think they're going to really start putting money into not the prevention side, but the analytical side of it to help prevent in the future larger fires. So let me know in the comments if you agree, or if you're like, we're already there, I don't know what you're talking about. So let me know. But I haven't seen it too much, but just because I haven't seen it doesn't mean that it's not out there. So let me know. But yes, so that's going to wrap it up for that portion. So if you guys have any comments, questions, put those down in the chat and I will do my best to answer them. If I don't have the answer, please, anyone out there in internet land, feel free to chime in. Or if I misspeak, go ahead and be like, nah, it's like this. So anyways, I did want to let you guys know that I shut down my website. I do still have my Amazon store. You can still get the Advice from Seasoned Wildland Firefighters on Amazon. Just the ebook version is gone now. I did put the website on hold. I didn't get rid of it completely. So hopefully this fall, when I get settled in my new house, my new job, and once everything's kind of settled and good to go, maybe I can start that up again if that's something you guys are interested in. I do want to put out resources that are going to help you. So if there's anything that you're like, hey, I would love to see this, I love creating that stuff for you, just let me know and I will see what I can do. So just wanted to put that out there. So I'll put links to stuff down below. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for your love and your support. The way that you can help this channel is by watching the videos, liking, commenting, sharing if you would like. So I do appreciate all of you. Just wanted to put that out there. So thank you guys. All right, let's go ahead and get into some comments. Hello. I got on live today, so thank you for being persistent. I was supposed to go live earlier. My son got sick. I actually had to go do some work stuff, so I wanted to make this work. He's napping right now, so I'm sure he's gonna be waking up real soon. But yes, so I was able to get on real quick today. So that's why I'm kind of like trying to hurry and wrap it up as quickly as possible because I know he's gonna start waking up soon. Oh my gosh, Colorado smoke is a nightmare lately, but today was lovely. Yes, it was. It was beautiful today. We went and did a fun run today for my unit, and emphasis was on the fun. However, it was not that fun, but at least the air was kind of clear enough and it wasn't, it wasn't too crazy. So that was nice. Thank you so much for this super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you. That was my husband. He is such a good supporter. Thank you so much. I love you, dear. Hey, that was my question. Yes, it was. So thank you so much. And hopefully that answer helps you out with the with the pants, for the Hotshots. Apologize. Some Q&A live streams would be fun. So I did put out a poll for you guys of, do you guys like it when I just like pre-record and edit the videos? It's kind of like to the point, here you go. Because like I know I think I have ADHD and I can kind of ramble on sometimes. And obviously my speech is not perfect and I stumble over my words sometimes. So I love doing the live Q&A. Anything can happen. I have children, I have dogs. So sometimes things go crazy and I get really embarrassed and I'm like, so I try and get off like quickly as possible. But I do like doing the lives because I do get questions from you guys and I can try and answer them the best that I can. So I did put a poll of like, do you guys like the edited videos or do you guys like the live streams? I do like doing the lives because I don't have to edit the videos, but I do know that you guys like the edited version, so you can get the information like real quick and to the point. So I'm going to do a mixture of both here and there. So throughout the summer. So I had a question in regards to me having Eagle Scout and Boy Scouts. Yes. Would that help with getting a job in Wildland? I know it doesn't do much on the outside world much. So I saw your question and I was thinking about it because I think you're going to have to sell yourself on it. And the benefits that you have received from the Eagle Scouts. And like, you just need to articulate how that translate into wildland firefighting. So the thing is like someone who's hiring, they may not know all that Eagle Scouts do, but you do. So you're going to have to kind of bridge that gap a little bit and kind of tell them how you doing all this experience that you have and all the stuff that you're going to have to translate that into how it's going to benefit the team or the crew that you're trying to get onto. So I don't know if you're trying to get onto a hand crew or an engine crew, but you're going to have to be able to translate that the best you can. So if you have leadership skills, put that into words that are, into your resume. If you have experience, I don't know what you guys do. So like camping or navigation or, I'm not sure, but you're just going to have to be able to translate that. You know what I'm saying? To make it so it's beneficial to them of like, okay, you are a benefit to me, so I want to hire you. You have all this experience over someone who doesn't do this or doesn't have this experience. I'm going to pick you over this person. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of have to sell yourself on that. Hopefully that was helpful. Let me know if you need more clarification or if I can word that a little bit better for you, but hopefully that was helpful. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. If anyone else has any comments or questions, let me know. But I want to say again, thank you guys so much for your patience and your kindness and your support. Again, you can support the channel by liking, sharing, subscribing, just watching the videos through. The channel is monetized now. So anytime you guys watch through the commercials, which I know suck sometimes, that helps kick back to me a little bit. So I do appreciate that. And that helps the channel go. So thank you guys. You guys are so awesome. If there's anything that you guys want to see from me on specific topics, please let me know down in the comments. I know maybe you've commented it before of like, hey, I would love to see this. Please put that down there. Again, I am not the greatest at keeping tally. So to have it in one spot, that'd be kind of helpful for me. I would love to go back through. So if you've told me before, hey, I would love to see a video on this and I haven't done it yet, please put that down in the comments and I will get to the best that I can. So thank you guys so much. I want to make videos that are actually going to be helpful for you, that are interesting to you, that are entertaining to you. So I don't want to waste anyone's time. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye guys.